a little comparison between the Smith & Wesson 9mm Shield, which I got to tell you, by the way, if you get this, I don't know if you watch this video between now and the end of the month of June 30th of 2017, the Shield you can pick up, I believe, on gunbuyer.com. You can pick it up for $289, and then there's a Smith & Wesson factory mail-in rebate of $75, which makes it a total of like $214. You know, it's almost unheard of. 215 bucks. So you absolutely cannot go wrong on this pistol. So then we have the Taurus PT-111 G2. A couple of things that I did differently on this. This is my, right now, this has been my personal carry weapon. Now I'm trying to make a determination, which one do I use? Do I move to the Shield or do I stay with the Taurus? Now, the reason I've used the Taurus is reliability. I've had zero problems with this pistol. A couple of things that I have done to it is I have added Talon grips. I did not like the texture. The texture on the new PT, on the 111s, the Generation 2, is a very aggressive stippling, which is nice to shoot with, but when you're carrying it concealed, it's so aggressive that it would have a tendency to rub your skin raw. Okay, so I decided to put Talon grips on it, and then also, now before I do anything further, I do want to show you, I have safety checked. There is no magazine in each of these. There's nothing in the chamber. Okay, so also what you can see here is I've added fiber optic Lakeline sights to it. They're awesome, absolutely awesome. I highly recommend, if you can, pick these up. They're like a $30 edition, but holy cow, do they make a big difference. Again, great group over at Lakeline. Again, Lake, like L-A-K-E, line, L-I-N-E. Lakeline LLC makes these, and like I said, combined they're like 30 bucks. You don't need anything other than a simple screwdriver to put these on the Taurus. So, and maybe a little bit of Loctite on the front side. I made that mistake. So, size-wise, they're fairly similar. The Smith & Wesson Shield is a little bit smaller. I believe this has got a 3-inch barrel, and I think this has got a 3.2 or a 3.3. Width-wise, again, you can see the differences here. The width-wise, a little bit narrower. This is like, I think, 0.95 inches, and I think this is 1.1, right around that. Don't quote me exact. But what you sacrifice with the smaller Smith & Wesson is you have an extended magazine is 8 rounds, plus 1 in the chamber. Whereas with the Taurus, you have 12 rounds plus 1 in the chamber. So this is a double stack. This is an offset single stack. So again, that's your differences there. Also, what I did on this one, if you're wondering why is this all white, I did this myself. Just simple little fingernail polish. You put in there a non-acetate fingernail polish remover, and it takes right off, and you leave that in there. It makes it really cool looking. So anyway, so these are the differences. Right now, as I said, this is my carry weapon. I'm trying to decide, do I go to this one? So, with that said, let's do some shooting. First is the Taurus PT-111 G2, my personal carry weapon right now. Okay, it's kind of a little bit of an unfair fight right now, in the sense that, again, clear, safety check, nothing in there, no magazine in. It's kind of a little bit of an unfair fight in the sense that with the Lakeline sights, the sight acquisition is so much faster with that. But right now, what I'm trying to focus on is feeling the hand, the recoil, the trigger, all of those things combined. So now we're going to move on to the Smith & Wesson Shield 9mm. I will shoot 2 magazines through the Smith & Wesson, since it's about roughly equal to the rounds I get through that one. Okay, clear, nothing in the chamber, magazine out. All right. Now, between these two guns, here's the differences. Accuracy, if I had similar sights on this one, I'd probably call them a wash. You know, from 10 yards I'm shooting, I don't know that there's going to be a whole lot of difference between these two. Sight acquisition, obviously with the enhanced sights, I have to give that to the Taurus. Feel in the hand, I'd have to give that to the Taurus as well. Okay, now trigger, there's no comparison. It is so vastly different that it tips the scale so far. The trigger on this is okay on the Taurus, but there's so much take up before you hit the wall that I fear in a situation where you know, kind of in a dire situation, that might cause you some troubles. Certainly on an accuracy issue. The trigger is so superior on the Smith & Wesson Shield to the Taurus that, quite honestly, I'm going to shoot this a little bit more, but as it stands right now, I think I might have to switch my personal carry over to the Smith & Wesson Shield. Kind of a surprise to me, to be honest, given the size difference and the trigger, the monumental difference in trigger. I think I'm going to have to make this the winner of this round. So I'll let you know if anything changes. But in the meantime, go Bison, NDSU, go Bison.